Don't be afraid your life will end, but be afraid it will never begin. I welcome you to my YouTube channel with Grace Hansen's quote, which says, "Don't be afraid your life will end, but be afraid it will never begin." From the title of this video, we can tell that we'll be discussing some salient questions that we have to provide confidence answers to ascertain meaningful living. So, without further ado, let's jump into the video. Imagine there are two people who wakes up in the morning to go about their daily business. One goes about criminal activities as his daily business, and the other goes about his daily activities as an honorable worker. If you are to ask some questions regarding their life, like, are they living? Yes. Do they have an essence of living? Of course. Are they making impact? Definitely. But the question, what are you living for, when answered, will be the difference between them. I believe that we used to hear this phrase, living but dead. And for me, when I hear the phrase living but dead, I don't know, probably maybe some other persons too, the first thing that comes to my mind is a coma patient in the hospital, or a madman on the street. But as we are too quick to think about these people, also it's saddening that we are too quick to forget that there are so many people who wakes up in the morning to go about their daily activities like with seemingly same people. But in reality, they are dead because the "what are you living for" question is yet to be answered. It is good to note that everybody is living for something, consciously or unconsciously. That is, nobody is living for nothing. And the "what we are living for" question influences everything about us. I mean everything. That is, it influences the kind of friends we keep, it influences the food we eat, it influences the dress we wear, and as much as it influences our do's, also it influences our don'ts. That is, it influences the friends we don't keep, it influences the dresses we don't wear, it influences the food we don't eat. So, what are we living for question influences the activities we engage in and the activities we don't engage in. It influences people we follow and the people we don't follow, because the "what are you living for" question it either propels us or constrains us. Because a man that is not propelled or constrained by anything is a disaster not only to himself but also to the world. For instance, social media now, I believe we have a lot of trends and challenges, and we see people jump on challenges and trends. Good and fine. I'm not saying that they are bad, but in reality, if we are to ask people that jump on trends and challenges ongoing, that, do you know the purpose of the challenge, or do you know who created the challenge? They can give answers, because the "what are you living for" question is yet to be answered. When the "what are you living for" question is not answered, such individual will become a dump site. That is, everything comes and go because you don't have a purpose. Some follow celebrities not because they have an impact on their life, or they have some things to pick in their life relating to who they are and what they live for, but because probably their friend follows them, and because of the name celebrity, they decide to follow them. All this can be associated to "what are you living for" questions not answered. Know that the people you follow on social media will make social media algorithm either suggest more rubbish people to you or more quality people to you. So you either consume more rubbish content because you are following more rubbish people, or you consume more quality content because you are following more quality people. Either of the two, one thing is certain, that deep calls onto the deep. The accurate understanding of what you are living for influences the job or business you do and the job or business you don't do. The Federal Ministry of Health warns that smokers are liable to die young, but the life-giving pastor's wife is the one selling cigarettes. God is saving people. Whether in the Lord is killing them. Mama, what are you living for? A guide master, you are supposed to be a coach to the next generation, but you are the one chasing everything in skirts, sleeping with guests. Oga, what are you living for? And talking about what are you living for question, it's also good to highlight that it is not limited to the words we speak. It is not limited to what we profess, but it is greatly hinged on our lifestyle. That is the way we live. For the what are you living for question to be answered confidently, there is a question that sets the pace. That is, the what are you living for question is an attachment to, let's say, an higher question. And what is this higher question? It is, who are you living for? As we all know that we are creation in the hands of a creator. For instance, you get a gadget, specifically a blender, and you decide to operate this blender without consulting the manual. Number one, you are in for destroying the blender, and two, you are also in for injuring yourself. So the best that could have been done is to go to the manual and read the manual, study the manual before using gadgets for his. So also human beings, we know that we are creation in the hands of God. And because we know that, then it is right and appropriate for us to go back to God and ask him some salient questions about ourselves. Because it is in us knowing God that we will know who we are, and it is in us knowing who we are that will transcend to the what are we living for question answered confidently. So we can conclude that when we know God, we see ourselves as he designed us to live. That means we come into our identity, and this our identity will birth our reality. In summary, know who you are living for so that you'll be able to know yourself and you'll be able to know what you are living for. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are blessed. Please, if you are blessed, I would like you to share with your friends and also subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Till next time, bye.